It is time for the SDC Remodeling social media segment. Of course, we love it. You can see the video of this segment on the SDC Remodeling Facebook page, sdcremodeling.com. These guys, they're the basement experts. Whatever you want, game rooms, home theaters, bar, man cave, they'll take care of it for you. They do financing. They will work with you in your budget. Do not let your basement of your dreams, do not let the basement of your dreams slip away. David from SDC Remodeling, great work. Tell them Justin LaBar sent you. All right, of course, we have our tweets that we'll get to in a moment, an array of topics for our tweets. But first, we do have, our SDC Remodeling voicemail hotline. You can call 24/7, say whatever you want, ask questions, vent, whatever you want to do. I think we have one good one that we're going to use here. Let's go ahead and roll it. Of course, you can always call, like I said, at any time, 412-320-7949. Let's roll the voicemail.
Hey, Justin, Mo from Dallas. How you doing, man?
Mo.
All right, let's talk about this Raw booking. What the hell was that women's match? Alexa wins by disqualification. Then Nia attacks Dana and Nikki, and then Dana and Nikki get back in the ring to get attacked again, but don't attack Nia. So I don't know who wrote that.
Kind of like Jerry
segment,
Springer.
But it looks like it was written by like a third grader. And then Bray Wyatt is almost as badly booked as Bayley. Loses to Roman, and then does the shenanigans during the Rollins match. And then he still has that thing with Balor, I think. So I have no clue what Rollins, Reigns, Balor, or Wyatt are doing.
You need a scorecard, really.
Great Balls of Fire, or whatever it's called. It's going to be in Dallas. I might go. And let's just talk about that and whatever the women's booking was, man. Give me your feedback on that. Have a good one.
Yeah, the women's picture on Raw is very convoluted. At times it resembles something out of Jerry Springer, just the chaos, which that can sometimes be entertaining, but it can also just be downright confusing. The needle's more on the confusing mark right now. I don't know what's going on. You're right. Bayley, you talk about Bayley being, Bayley and Bray Wyatt being booked so poorly and so I mean, maybe Bayley should go to the Bray Wyatt House of Horrors compound and just hang out there a little bit, recharge. We need to see a new side of Bayley. She's too friendly. It worked at NXT, and it's just not working here. The two, they make fun of her. WWE makes fun of her in promos for being a lifelong wrestling fan and this being her dream. This legit is her dream. She's always wanted to be a pro wrestler. Always wanted to be in WWE, and they make fun of it. It's baffling, Mo. I wish I had better answers for you, but that's the number one question I have right now is Bayley and the entire thing. The women's picture on Raw, very convoluted. It kind of feels like they're doing some kind of a grab bag each week with booking of that. The SmackDown women's card definitely shining right now, which we'll get to in a second. All right, let's go to some tweets. All right, we got Sean Hart. He tweets, does SmackDown having the hard 10 p.m. cutoff hurt the show? It does to me. The match clearly ended 2 minutes early last night, and they had to kill time. No, I don't understand this, Sean. I mean, yeah, it is a hard 10 p.m. cutoff, whereas Raw, they have like the Raw will sometimes end at 11:05, 11:07. If The Rock's on it, it ends at 11:25. But no, the hard 10 p.m. cutoff on Tuesday, it doesn't bother me. I mean, look, what are you talking about? The match ended 2 minutes early, they had to kill time. It ended, and they did a good job just continuing to emphasize that Baron Corbin, young buck Baron Corbin here, just came in and laid out, the charismatic and right now pretty dominant Shinsuke Nakamura. And they're just pushing because SmackDown has the next pay-per-view, which is coming up in a week and a half. So, sell. I had no problem. I don't quite see the same frustration that you seem to be having with all that. Steve Reapers, Reaperz, he tweets, who is most likely to win the men and women's Money in the Bank match? Steve, if I have to pick right now for the men, I say Baron Corbin. For the women, I'm going to go Natalya. That's right. I'm going to go two heels, as it should be, walking around with the briefcase. Berkowitz B says, do you feel that WWE has let Jinder Mahal cool off ever since he won the championship? Love the show. Thank you very much. No, I don't think it's necessarily cooling off. I think that they're trying to be calculated. Excuse me. I think they're trying to be calculated in how they use Jinder Mahal, knowing there's a bit of natural resistance already. But I don't think it's cooling off. I think. See, I get choked up talking about Jinder Mahal. I'm just such a Jinder Mahal fan now. No, I think they're trying to be calculated on how they use them, how they roll them out. But I don't feel it's a cooling off factor in any bit. King Edward 15 says Lana is definitely winning the SmackDown Women's title, right? You know, SmackDown has just been ballsy enough. God, we have said balls a lot in this show. Great balls of SmackDown has had the testicular fortitude to lend me to believe that they could take a wild move like that and have Lana win the title. It's Money in the Bank. So, Lana could win the title, but then she could lose it that same night, too. Somebody can cash in. Keep that in mind. We got Daniel Arnold. He says, we're easing into SummerSlam. What do you think the main events are starting to look like? Who has the potential to be the main event? Right now, my SummerSlam card kind of vaguely looks like this. I see Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman, as we just discussed with Drew from Ticket King. Here's one for you. Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Oh, yeah. We thought Goldberg was done. No, no, no. I could see a one-off grudge match. Spear versus Spear. Reigns versus Goldberg. You heard it here. Andrew Miller asked, where does Bayley go from here? I have no answer. I can only say I don't know so many times. To then I start to feel like I'm part of the masses like you guys, so I'm going to avoid anymore. And finally, Mitten Patel says, should 205 Live add more titles to the show? No, no, no. We have enough with 205 Live in the one title. Nothing against those athletes. There's very, very little bit I'm buying into. Just hasn't been my cup of tea or my cup of coffee. Nonetheless, no, keep it at one title right now, 205 Live. What title would you add? I mean, I guess you could add a tag title, but there's not even really, uniform tag teams. I don't know. One title's enough. We don't need to add more titles. More belts might hold up more pants, but it doesn't equate to better show. There's a different analogy. And I was trying to work in pants. I was afraid if I did the whole belt pants thing, I was going to go to another ball reference, so we just dropped it there. We don't need more titles. End of story. We got one more segment to go. Story time with LaBar coming up. SDC Remodeling, SDCRemodeling.com. The basement finishing experts. SDCRemodeling.com. Tell David I sent you. Wrestling Reality.